Welcome back, everyone. We are here for another episode of Lightmatter. Today, we're just going to do some cleanup. Interesting. Okay, so we've got like elevator buttons, basically. Cool. So yeah, we're going to start at the beginning again. We never really did establish who we were in this. Were we going through things? Looks like we were at a console. I don't know if that means we were, yeah, taking stuff or something.
Thirsty? Have a glass of champagne and help us make a toast to a future made brighter by Lightmatter.
Got cameras and an event and all that stuff.
The CEO of Lightmatter Technologies would like to welcome bankers, investors, and all of those who have doubted him to this launch event. To those of you on the public tour, hello.
There we go. The cake is alive. Okay. So that's an achievement. Thought that might be the case when we had cake there. I remember that cake. All right.
So, Health and Safety Inspector, let me do your job for you. You see that giant piece of metal moving back and forth? It's a top-grade mineral decontaminator. I installed it as soon as I heard that my employees were losing their hair. Once installed, cellular degradation fell by 37%. For your information, saving humanity puts a lot of stress on my workers, as do my 12-hour workdays. Point is, there are many reasons for hair loss.
Yeah.
Inspector, I installed a fence around that decontaminator twice. My employees keep tearing it down to bet money on how many times they can run back and forth before the decontaminator closes. One of them bragged to me about his record of 6. I told him that I was impressed and fired him.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nice. We got it. Okay. Level 20. We got extras. Oh, cool. So we're on level 20 now. After raising the lift, turn left. We... Oh, okay, I know what this one is.
When you write about these shadows, be mindful of the words you choose. What changes nuclear power from a weapon to an energy source? Words.
Words.
Think about that, journalist.
Okay, that's a reference to Doctor Who, and I love it. Okay, level 22. After the elevator has crashed, you've dropped down into the vent.
So, journalist,
Okay.
our time together is sadly at an end. The elevator is just upstairs. Listen, I know that I mentioned lawyers earlier. It's just that a man like me needs to be careful. I understand the need for journalists. People in power need to be held accountable. I'm no exception. I just hope you're fair when you write about me.
Alright, up we go.
Journalist, here's something for your exclusive. As you can probably imagine, I was a smart child. I built a calculator when I was 7 and made it solar-powered when I was 8. But the most I could ever get from my father was a half-hearted grunt of acknowledgement. Some would call that neglect. I call that motivation.
There we go. Let's adjust that. Okay.
These platforms, they move fast, don't they? I have James race them. It forces my security manager to be in top physical condition. You see, I nurture the talents of my employees.
Yeah, I don't remember how we did this, even though that was just yesterday. Let's send this around.
Listen, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but without me, you would be lost forever. So here's an idea for your front page. Leader shows me the light in a moment of darkness. Write it down.
What if we put it on 2 different corners at the same time?
I've thought of something. When you write that exclusive, make sure to mention James. He'll be very pleased about that. Standing in my shadow isn't always easy.
Alright, so... Alright. We've got to make this work for us. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so something clicked yesterday and I don't remember what it was.
I know you're tired, but once you're out of here, James will take you to the outpost. There will be food, a warm shower, everything you need until I come over for our talk.
Okay. So I think we have things differently marked now. Okay. Okay, I think what we do is this. Oh wait, no, we do this.
I admire the
And
way
then
you
we
solve problems.
point
You
this.
always see them from so many different perspectives. It
There
gives
we
me
go.
hope that you will see things from mine.
Yeah, there it is. Cool.
Well done, journalist. When you meet James, ask him to check the time and tell him that I won. See you on the other side.
And this is where everything goes to shit.
Think of something. Start heading back. I'll tell you when to stop.
It's a lighter from Die Hard. That's awesome. Okay. Level selection, level 23.
All right now, pay close attention. It seems that when it comes to you, nothing can ever be simple. That elevator was your quickest way out. But I have an idea, and it involves making this partnership mutually beneficial. You are going to be my assistant. Try to contain yourself. You will be moving deeper into the facility through our research and development department. Before I allow you in, I would like to make something abundantly clear. Be careful with what you touch, and no photographs. I'll tell you more about the plan as I work out the details. Do not make me regret this, and remember to do exactly as I say.
So he said no photographs. I think I know this one.
I said no photographs.
Yeah. Alright, so we're gonna complete this level.
So, assistant, this is where we develop our photon connectors. Everything you see here is confidential, expensive, and fragile. Don't treat it like you treat my elevators. Or bridges. Behold, a photon connector. Ah, a beam of light so magnificent, it almost looks like matter being created before you.
Roll credits.
Fascinating, isn't it? The connectors suspend photon crystals over electromagnets. As long as they're in line of sight to what I call a mother source, they create a powerful beam of light matter. A beam so powerful that it produces a surplus of energy. Although the connectors are just prototypes for the core, they display the very essence of light matter.
Oops.
Know this, without the technology behind the connectors, photon crystals would be no better than diamonds, boring and devoid of function. The crystals possess great power, but it's my technology that releases and tames that power.
Okay.
Assistant, I think a lot about the future. In these labs, I've spent years testing the prototypes under various conditions, all to ensure the success of the core. You see, Although the photon connectors have 100.2% conversion efficiency, I've reached 107% with the core. I achieved critical mass. And Arthur wanted to stop at the prototype. Madness. He was so certain that the laws of physics were unbreakable. That is where we differed. Where he saw laws, I saw suggestions.
Actually, I remember now. Hey Brambles. What's going on? How was your stream the other day? We're just doing a few achievements that we missed in the game because we beat this yesterday. Good game, by the way. Really enjoyed it.
Photon connectors to wind, water, and hail. These tests ensure that the core, no matter the weather, will survive. You are no crystal, but you should be able to handle a couple of rounds through it. Excellent. You have overcome an obstacle and been baptized in the waters of Lightmatter. I can almost imagine the stench of journalist fading away.
Mister, I didn't rate at the end. Oh, were you still going? I'm so sorry. I think I had to leave in a hurry when we were, because we were going to dinner or doing dinner stuff. That's my bad.
The core. No matter how many times we see it,
Okay.
it leaves us in awe, doesn't it, Assistant? This is everything Lightmatter Technologies has built towards. Every power cell, every connector, all of them combined to create this. By using photon power cells to collect the
I'm
energy
also
from
not
large-scale
really
beam
used to
of
rating,
Lightmatter,
so that's part of
I
it
built
too,
a
probably.
perpetual motion machine. Facts are facts. The energy is clean, infinite, and is about to usher in the next scientific revolution. Others will stand on my shoulders and see further than they have ever before. That will be my legacy. We will fix the side effects. Let us ignore the quakes for now. Imagine at the center of a city, a core.
Got 21 unique
providing
viewers according to
sustainable
Alex.
and renewable
That's
energy to millions. That is the future we are striving for.
that's awesome. I do recommend though, try not to look at those numbers too much. It can be frustrating and demoralizing at times. But when they're good, look at them all you want, right? Like, that's awesome.
Assistant, I now have the plan. To get you out, we are shutting down the core. When I left earlier, my path down there was blocked. And since I'm limited by my body, but not my mind, I wasn't able to get around the obstacles. As you have the opposite problem, you'll play a part in this. The core is very delicate, so I'll be up here in my control room managing the shutdown. As my assistant, you'll be the one pulling the lever.
Good.
I told James of this plan. He seemed jealous.
Okay, so I think we missed something back a little bit ago, but we'll get back there. Alright, so let's... So I think in this one all we have to do is chill out for like a couple minutes.
You might be
We
wondering
only have a
why there
couple
are photon
minutes
connectors inside an
left.
office space. Well, morale was low because of the rampant hair loss. So I implemented a photon fun hour.
We have 4
breaks,
left. One we can only get on Fridays. This one we're working on is Photon Fun Hour. Schrodinger's Cat we missed, and then Baptized is later. So we don't really actually need to solve this, we can just hang out. Have you ever played this game before, Brambles? It's pretty good. You got a reward, but failing to meet the reward I was gunning for killed me. Got it. Went hard in middle school sales campaign. Ah.
So, James just called me. He's worried that since you've been weightlifting pens all your life, you have too frail a constitution to pull a lever. Let's see if he's right.
So there's one achievement that we have to wait, I think, 21 minutes for, based on the achievement. This one's only like 8. But it's at the very end, so if you are not interested in spoiling yourself on this game, I recommend when we get there, maybe lurking or something. There was 1 or 2 puzzles that were really tough that took me a while to figure out, but the rest of them I got gleaned fairly quickly. I enjoyed this game and the puzzles it created. I just wish that some of the designs of the puzzles were more fully realized toward the end. Like they combined some ideas a little bit more, and in more varieties than just 1 or 2. But like I like what they did for sure, and the references they made to other games was phenomenal. It was great. Okay. Back. Looking in my inventory. Okay, so yeah, this one is called Photon Fun Hour. Rather than completing the level, jumping over the desk in the office, idle or play with the photon beams for a bit. Minimum time
By the way,
requires 8.
I must thank you. You're position as my assistant has pushed James towards becoming more creative with his insults. In the beginning, you were as slow as a rock. Now, you're as slow as a solar cell. He's learned how to tailor to his audience.
Okay. Oops. Okay. There we go.
Photon fun hour.
Alright. So let's go back to level 23.
All right now, pay close attention. It seems that when it comes to you, nothing can ever be simple. That elevator was your quickest way out. But I have an idea, and it involves making this partnership mutually beneficial. You are going to be my assistant. Try to contain yourself. You will be moving deeper into the facility through our research and development department. Before I allow you in, I would like to make something abundantly clear. Be careful with what you touch, and no photographs. I'll tell you more about the plan as I work out the details. Do not make me regret this, and remember to do exactly as I say. So, assistant, this is where we develop our photon connectors. Everything you see here is confidential, expensive, and fragile. Don't treat it like you treat my elevators. Or bridges.
Ah, hear this. Oh, okay. Continue pressing until a cat appears inside the vending machine. There's lots of cat meows. So we've got, it's a random chance, I guess. Come on. Come on. Ugh. What's up, Erasmus? We finished last time, so we're just going for some achievements at the moment. Alright, so yeah, I'm not sure about this one. Alright, let's go all the way down. So, alright, we are at the end where we have to do something. So, if you don't want to be spoiled on the ending, I'm going to be doing an alternate one. So just as a warning. So, head off now or don't have video up in 3, 2, 1.
Excellent. It worked. Huh. It's completely self-sustaining. Magnificent. Journalist, are you seeing this? Even without the mother sources, the core can power itself.
Gotcha.
Let's see. Crystals, stable. Energy levels, stable, although slightly decreased. And the shadow anomalies have not subsided. However... Yes. Listen, we have exhausted all your options
I'm
for
pleased to see that
since I
you're
now know what steps to take, I will fix the shadow anomalies. Now, I do not
dipped
trust
into
you
the
around the
pool,
core,
as it
so
were.
you're staying in that room. If you're hungry, well, the human body can survive 21 days without food. And as for water, I can turn on the sprinklers. Goodbye, journalist.
Alright, so we've got to set a timer.
The core can't be shut down. It needs to be destroyed. Get to the control room surrounding the core and you'll be able to overload it. It will neutralize shadow anomalies everywhere. I tried to do it myself, but the core is surrounded by guards. And Virgil's onto me. Nobody here is facing reality. They're ready to follow Virgil off a cliff. No one is willing to help me. But I hope you will. First off, you need to reactivate the core. Once it's on,
Alright, timer is started. So this is a 20-minute hangout session. I'm not sure if anybody else will chime in during this time. It'll be interesting to see. Okay, yeah, there's the 1. And the 2 and 3. Got it. Alright, that's 1 minute down. So yeah, I think we're going to be playing, oh, what else do we have on the roster right now for games? I think we will be doing, not the Gardens Between, let's see, Pinstripe next. So Pinstripe is a kind of a side-scroller That looks pretty interesting. It kind of reminds me of Tim Burton a little bit. And then we have one more game left on our list before we have to try and beat Grass Cutter for Trell, which is not going to be fun, but it is what it is. 2 minutes gone by. So we're going to probably work through that as much as we can. I'll try and intersperse it with other things, but we definitely are going to try to knock that out. We got to get it done. The levels are tough now, and they're time consuming, and a loss knocks out a lot of time. So we'll see if we get it done. Hopefully we do. I don't think Trell's going to beat Outer Wilds before the end of the year. Not that I have little faith in him. It's just more like he's got other stuff going on. So, with his injury and stuff. So, I mean, we always have that excuse if we don't finish. But I'd rather have him be the only one that didn't finish, frankly. So we'll see. We'll see. We're doing Secret Santa for in Trell's group, so we've got to figure that out. For our secret giftee. Hopefully we don't get pwned in that way. Let's see what else we got. So aside from Pinstripe, we also have the Gardens Between, and then if we do finish everything, then I think our last game for the adventure season is going to be Pray to the Gods. So Pray to the Gods is kind of like inspired by Shadows of the Colossus. It's something I really have been wanting to play for a while. I wanted to play it with Kirby and Trell both. That was going to be a thing we were going to do, but with Trell's injury, we kind of never got to do it this year. So I'll tell Kirby and Trell about it, but I think I'd like to complete that prior to sequel year. So I think that's what we'll work on. If we don't get it done by January 1st, then what we'll do is we'll intersperse it with our Breath of the Wild streams, which is going to be, Breath of the Wild is going to be what we start 2023 with. So that's going to be a thing. We have plenty more map to do and things to label and journal entries to make and sketches to draw and people to beat and things to collect. So ultimately, we got a lot left in Breath of the Wild. We've gotten to a good point. We have a lot of health now. We have the Master Sword. We have a good shield. So I think the next thing we're going to do in that, once we start the New Year's, we're going to get our Mega Jump from the Flying Divine Beast. And then we're going to try and explore as much as we can without unlocking all 4. The goal being to try and keep the enemy count down as much as we can and things like that. I would like to do 100%, but we'll see how much that is. I might have to do some of that off stream once we get all the labels in, things like that. I do want to do some art streams along with that. 100% you are. And yeah, so we got a lot on the plate. I've got some interesting things coming up in our D&D sessions. Something really interesting that I've been brewing for a while since the campaign started. So you'll all get to see that when they get there. I estimate that should be in a couple months. But we'll see how fast they move, right? So I have some maps to continue to work on for upcoming stuff. They're getting more into heavier territory in terms of content, where I need to have prepared, curated maps for it, as opposed to like picking from my setting trove. Oh boy. Boy. Trying to get down to about 20%. Oh. Okay. Alright, 7 minutes have gone by. That is 1/3 of the way done. So yeah, pinstripe and the gardens between are just things that were on my radar. Alright, let's move Lightmatter to Beacon Games for now. Oh, excuse me. "100% cooler is just too cool," it turns out. Nice. So we have been applying the jobs a lot, and unfortunately we are still not making progress on that. Hoping that that resolves sometime in the near future, but we'll see. Yeah, I'm not sure. So it would be nice to just be able to stream like all the time, like full time, but I don't think that'll ever really be a reality for me. At least not at the rate we've been going for the last 6.5 years. But you know, anything's possible. I think it takes a really specific type of streamer to get variety status and become partner and have a consistent income flow. So I don't think we'll ever get there, but I'll do my best to continue to be consistent for y'all as things go. If I get a new job and it conflicts, our schedule might change, but either drastically or slightly. We'll see. But yeah, if anybody has any questions, since we're kind of hanging out for another 10 minutes or so, about anything, let me know. Happy to chat. We are at the halfway point. Let's do a jump into a 360. Nope, only a 180. Oh, that was a 720. Nope, we can't do more 720, I think. Not fast enough. Yeah, definitely not fast enough. Alright, 11 minutes down. I think after this one we might call it for tonight. I'll try the cat one again. It was a long day at work. I trained for 8 hours today straight. Same class and everything. So I'm just kind of hanging in here. Um, my eyes are getting fairly tired. Oh, 12 minutes. There will probably be something he says at the end of it, or either something happens. I think my favorite part was the ending sequence of this game. I really enjoyed what happened after this part. It was really fun to play. We've been playing a lot of good games this season. In terms of after spooky season, like the shorter games that we played, it's been really neat to get a variety of games that we normally wouldn't have played anytime soon. Really had a lot of fun with that. It's a shame that it's almost over, because next year with sequels, it's going to be longer games. Most of the games are going to be long. So, we're probably not going to have the numbers we did this year for sure. One game I am anxious to get to is God of War Ragnarok. I cannot wait to play that game. So we are at 14 minutes. We're getting there. 6 minutes left. Yes. I'm not sure if something happens at the end of it, but yeah, it's a time waster. There's another one, if you don't solve something fast enough, you get an achievement for it. If you're too slow. There's another one if you solve something too fast. Not solving something fast enough makes sense. Some people just aren't built for puzzle games. Yeah. Yeah, this one's kind of like you follow the subtle direction of a... Sit in an empty room for 20 minutes. It's just, yeah. Yeah. At least Stanley Parable had things happen while you were just sitting there. Yeah, for sure. I feel like this is kind of a reference to Stanley Parable, but we'll see. Really makes one ruminate on the essence of existence. Yeah. $17, 3 left. Hopefully. In before Wombat realizes he's waiting in the wrong room. No, because there's nowhere else to actually go unless we do the thing that we're not supposed to do in order to get this one. But if that does happen where it doesn't pop, I'll be stopping doing this regardless. I'm not waiting another 20 minutes. 40 minutes of stream for no reason, no thank you. I'm trying to think of what my favorite game of this year was. I'd probably have to look at the list and like give a top couple, because we did 40, almost 40 games this year, probably more at this point. So yeah, I'm not sure. Some really good ones though. A lot of good quality ones. I can't think of any game I didn't like aside from Grass Cutter or whatever it's called. Thanks, Trell. Oh, excuse me. Been working on your character for the mid-January one-shot. Level 4 doesn't give much wiggle room. Oh, is that the one that was advertised in the in that Discord? Brambles, would you like to join a Discord of D&D folks? Some good people in there. They're often looking for players and things like that, both D&D and not. Okay. So we're just about to hit 20, so I don't want to move out of this window just at the moment, but we'll get there in a sec. Alright, anything? We just hit 20. We're going to give it a little bit more time because it might have activated after a certain thing. Okay, so we're at 20. It's supposed to be 21. But I'd wait a little time before we start the timer. Oh, gosh. Please, no. There's another achievement in here where you have to look at a burger on a Friday. So we're gonna have to come back to get the 100% of this one.
There is no
Here we
easy
go.
way to say this, but once the shadows reached beyond this mountain, they started spreading exponentially. The entire planet is now engulfed by the shadow anomalies, and billions are dead, which is tragic, but also an opportunity. Just think about it. Human overpopulation and reckless energy consumption were some of the greatest challenges this planet ever faced. And now, those challenges are relegated to history. Yes, civilization has collapsed, but it will be rebuilt with Lightmatter as its foundation. Now, you You have proven
This is a
yourself
bad
to be
ending.
loyal assistant. So I'm opening the doors. Join me in my office. Your promotion awaits.
Oh.
At last we meet. Before we continue our partnership,
Interesting.
I will now baptize you as James. The future is in our hands, James. Together, we will shape the world in my image.
We did it. All right. Cool. All right, so that's one. We need to try. All right, so level selection. Let's try and do the Schrodinger's cat one more time.
All right now, pay close attention. It seems that when it comes to you, nothing can ever be simple. That elevator was your quickest way out. But I have an idea, and it involves making this partnership mutually beneficial. You are going to be my assistant. Try to contain yourself. You will be moving deeper into the facility through our research and development department. Before I allow you in, I would like to make something abundantly clear. Be careful with what you touch, and no photographs.
I didn't know what to expect from the alternate ending, but that was not it.
As I work out the details. Do not make me regret this, and remember to do exactly as I say. I said no photographs. So, assistant, this is where we develop our photon connectors. Everything you see here is confidential, expensive, and fragile. Don't treat it like you treat my elevators or bridges.
I kind of want to see how somebody does this. Maybe we're doing it too fast. Right.
You treat my elevators or bridges.
Okay, so we have to look. Hey, there it is. Nice. Okay. We did it. We got the kitty. Okay. So, we'll have to do the burger achievement on our time off on Friday. Because we're off on Friday. Speaking of that, we will probably do something or another on Friday because we are off. In fact, all next week I am also off work. So I have 3 days left, and then it is the no work for the end of the year. So that's pretty cool. Of course, you know, holiday stuff and whatnot will come into play, but ultimately that's going to be it for us for tonight. We got what we came for, and we will be starting a new game maybe tomorrow, actually. So tomorrow we'll probably start Pinstripe, see how far we get. And then we'll do the Gardens Between, and then hopefully by then we'll be done both those games by the end of the week, and we can go hard on Grass Cutter and hopefully get to Pray to the Gods by next week. If we do finish all of those, and that's a big if, we will have completed or beaten 12 games more than we bought this year, and it would be a grand total of, drum roll. So we've so far done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42 with Lightmatter. So another 4 games would be 46 in total, which would beat our 2020 year, which is pretty cool. All right. Well, thanks for joining me, everyone. Have a good one. Let's see if there's... Since we're not ending with me like in a like, I mean it's midnight, so it's like perfect time to get off, right? Let's see who's on. I gotta get into the practice of raiding, so this is good practice. Let's see. Oh, Claire Diviner's on. Claire is she's a speedrunner. She's a Mario and Metroid and Pokemon streamer. She does a lot of good stuff.
Endless expert. Why don't we?
I was also like one of her first mods, and she was like the first person to make me a mod ever. So we're gonna raid her, give her our love, and tell her Wombat sent ya. Thanks for joining us, and hopefully we'll see you again. And those of you who are watching the VOD, thank you for bearing with us with the achievement hunt today. But we will be back with new content coming up real soon. Have a good night, everyone. Be safe, be well, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.